Welcome to Friday. It's the 28th of May, 2021. This Day Weather Podcast is being brought to you by Chugwater Chili, the gourmet spice of Western life. You may have heard of Chugwater Chili seasoning blend, but you know now that they make a hot version of their famous chili seasoning. For those looking for a little extra spice in their life, give Chugwater Chili Hot a try. It all depends on where you're going to be. Some of you will have a really nice Memorial Day weekend weather-wise. Some of you will not. We'll show you where. It's going to be very nice today. In fact, today is one of those days that just kind of teases you. It's going to be great just about everywhere, but not so nice starting tomorrow in some areas, as it is going to be a mixed bag of weather. We do see summer-like weather coming by late next week and next weekend. In fact, by late next week and next weekend, there will be a lot of 80-degree temperatures, even warmer in some areas. We're also going to take a look at some satellite photos from yesterday showing the changing seasons across the Rockies and High Plains. Pretty interesting stuff. First of all, let's take a look at the upper level pattern. We have the jet stream riding along to the north, a little bit of a dip up there, and right now we just don't see a lot coming through. Everything's staying north, so this is going to bring us high pressure and a really nice day. However, part of this system right here is going to break off and swing through the Great Basin, and it shows up right here. This is by Sunday morning. It's a weak trough, but we have a trough of low pressure setting up over the desert southwest, and that counterclockwise spin is going to bring up moist air from the southeast and push it uphill. As we said yesterday, when you take air and you move it from a low elevation like the Gulf Coast to the high elevation of the high plains, when you force air to rise, it causes clouds, precipitation. It also makes the air cooler. So the front range of Colorado, eastern areas of Nebraska, Wyoming, parts of Kansas into the panhandles, eastern New Mexico, this is where the upslope really kicks in, and this is where it's going to be the most wet. Now you get outside of those areas, and actually temperatures are not going to be bad at all, and conditions are not going to be that bad. Wherever you see a darker green, a yellow, or an orange, those are the areas that will have the worst weather this upcoming holiday weekend, all the way through Monday. If you're in a white area, a gray area, or a light green area, you're going to have some pretty good weather. Of course, that gray and light green means the chance that there's going to be some scattered showers and thunderstorms at times this weekend. So not everybody is going to be completely dry, but you get west of the Continental Divide, and that's going to be the best weather. Now, I'm going to take you through the temperatures this weekend. These temperatures represent comparisons to average. So the blue, the greens, and the purples mean colder than average. The yellows and the oranges mean above average. So this is Saturday. Notice the difference between the divides again. Warm on the western slope, cool on the eastern slope. But these aren't terribly cool temperatures. So Saturday is really not that bad of a day, but it is going to be cooler than today. And this is where that upslope really shows you where it's at. This is for Sunday. Sunday, from southeastern Wyoming through all of eastern Colorado, western Kansas, into the panhandles in Nebraska, that's where the cool, moist upslope winds will bring a lot of thick clouds, and Sunday is the wettest day. Sunday will bring the best chance of rain and thunderstorms, although some thunderstorms and showers will be developing Saturday afternoon and evening. That's Sunday. This is Monday. Notice the purple shifts more towards southern Colorado and New Mexico by then, and there's a big warm up. Look over northern Wyoming and South Dakota, North Dakota there. You're going to start to see a much warmer air mass begin to envelope the area from the north. So Memorial Day Monday up here, and in these areas here, is actually going to be, this is going to be a nice area here. Memorial Day Monday here is still going to be cloudy with some improvement by late in the day. This is what temperatures look like, though, by late next week. By late next week, this is for next Friday, we've got temperatures in some areas 20 degrees above average. So if that happens, there could even be some low 90s coming by next Friday and Saturday to some areas of the Intermountain West. Now, I wanted to show you a couple of things. Hopefully this will go through the video as good as it shows up on my computer screen, but I want you to notice that this is a color satellite photo. We have some new satellite technology that is just amazing with the detail. Now, the first thing to point out is you can see all the major mountain ranges, As you can see, Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park, the Tetons, the Wind Rivers, the Absarokas up here. You can see the Bighorns. Now this area of whiteness up here, this is cloud cover. Here's the Snowy Range, the Sierra Madres, the Front Range of Colorado, Park Range of Colorado, the Uintas of Utah. So you can see the snow still up high on those mountain slopes. But very subtly, you can see that in the areas right here that have had the most precipitation this spring so far, you can see some green. See that greening up are the prairies and the plains? Now, you get west of the Continental Divide, look how gray it is. Now, a lot of times the green up is based on two things, elevation and how much precipitation it's been. Now, these are higher areas west of the Laramie Range here, and then as we get into northeast Utah and then Colorado's western slope areas. Notice just the difference in colors here between here and this area here to where we are here. So you can see from space, basically, it greening up in those wet areas and brown in those other areas. Also of interest for you keen observers, you can see the burn scars of the big 3 forest fires that happened in the region last fall. First of all, you've got the Cameron Peak fire right here. You can see some blackness. The East Troublesome fire here, you can see some blackness. And then the Mullen fire, you can really see some blackness there. So I'll take off the highlights there, and you can see from space, it sees a combination of snow, the greening up, and the blackness from last fall's forest fires. We'll take a look at these satellite photos in the coming weeks and see more of a green up and the melting of the mountain snow. And you can see, if we zoom in right there, you can really see the Mullen fire, the Cameron Peak fire, and the East Troublesome fire. Those fires so large, you can see them from space, from very far up. And also this zoomed in photo shows you that difference in contrast in colors between the drier and the wetter areas. Don't forget to use Chugwater down at checkout to get 20% off your Chugwater Chili order at chugwaterchili.com. Now, I will be updating the podcast on Memorial Day. We'll be updating that podcast at the Day Weather YouTube channel, so we will give a short video on Memorial Day morning. Have yourself a great and safe Memorial Day weekend. Talk to you soon.